Hi dear students, I hope you are keeping fine. I am extremely happy to meet you in the last video session of this particular topic from 10th standard, unit 7, the poem called The House on M Street. The previous videos I had explained about the house, the difference between house and home, and why it is called mysterious poem, and introduction about the poet. Next, the different structures of poem or different types, the different meaning that poem trying to give to the readers. With that, we had now come back to the last video session, that's the last stanza. Just to recall the structure of the poem has got five. The poem has got five stanzas. The first stanza talked about, according to poetess view, how she looks the house during the day. How she looks the house during the day. Second, how the house resembles at night. How the house resembles at night. Third, while she is driving up and down, passing through the house, she comes to know about various things. The house for her, the house looks so brighter day by day. The fourth stanza, that is what we have seen in the last video. There was a house, a lonely house, big house, but a strange thing happens there also. There is a tree. There is a tree and which never grows, which has no leaves. The nature of the tree is just to have some leaves or some flower or some fruits. That's the nature of tree. But this tree is something strange. Something strange which does not have any leaves in 4 seasons and which never grows. So, how can this be? Is it possible? With that, let us enter into the last, the last stanza. So, this is what I talked about, the house. There was a tree which never grows. Next, the last stanza, rumors. What is the last stanza? Last stanza about opinion of the different people. What the people talk about the house. Till now, the 4th stanza, we are seeing how the poet has talked about the house. What is her opinion? Now, what the people say? What the people say about those house? About this house especially. Rumors are constantly being made. Rumors are constantly being made. And each day the house just begins to fade. What happened inside that house? I really don't know. I don't know. I guess it always be a mystery. See, she is concluding the poem. Let this poem always be a mystery. Let us see here. Rumors. What are the rumors? Gossip. Unwanted speech. We can say unwanted speech. People, what they talk. So, different people give different opinion about. Rumors are constantly, continuously, often, being made about what? They talk about that particular house. They talk about that particular house. And each day the house just begins to fade. What do you mean by the word fade here? Disappear. The word disappear. See how it fades. How a house can fade? How the house can disappear? Is it possible? What's the meaning here? The inner meaning is the dust comes and covers the house. The dust of the place just comes and covers the house. So the beauty of the house is slowly fading away. That is the meaning here. The beauty of the house, the structure of the house, the building, everything fading away. That means the dust comes and covers the house. What happened inside that house? What is happening there? Is there people, anybody living inside? Because it has got ton of space. No, it's an empty house. It's a barren house it is. No people inside. No people inside the house. Next, I really don't know what is happening there. What is happening inside the house? I really don't know. I don't know. It is impossible to. I cannot understand what is going on inside the house. I don't know. Next, I guess. Okay, va? I assume. What I can assume? It always be a mystery. Let it remain always a mystery. Let it remain always a mystery. Let it be unknown. Let it be something strange to the people. Yes, my dear students, the poem started, it stood alone. The poem, the very first line of the poem, the first stanza, it stood alone. Okay, va? There it started. Next, the last, I guess it always remains a mystery. The poet is asking, okay, va? The poet is asking the readers, let it be a mystery always. Okay, va? Though it is a very large house, lonely house, which is alone, okay, but it has got ton of space. No people are inside. No people are inside the house. See, my dear students, have you come across such a lonely house anywhere? That was the question I asked earlier. At the starting of the lesson, I asked a question, have you come across a lonely house? Have you entered any lonely house? What was your feeling? Just tell me, what was the feeling? Now, after reading this poem, what is your feeling? Okay, va? Afraid. The boy says, I am afraid to go inside. What about your feeling? Yes, do you have a kind of interest to enter inside to see what is inside the house? Yes, see, the opinion differs. Okay, va? The opinion of the students differs. One boy wanted to go inside and see, and another boy says, sir, I do not want to go inside. I do not know what is inside. Okay, I do not want to go inside. See, a kind of feeling that each one has got. So, let this poem remain as a mystery, something unknown, something strange. So, the poet is wantonly concluding the poem, I guess it always be a mystery. The poem should be always unknown to the people. It will remain as a strange. So, with this, we will come to the conclusion of this poem. Namely, the poet talks about a lonely house, which is so large house, big house, but no people are living inside. Okay, well, she says the light goes off and on. She is tempted to go inside the house at night, but she has got a fear. She has got a kind of fear which prohibits her to go inside. So, my dear students, next, a strange thing that happens. Beside the house, there is a tree which never grows, which has no, okay, in any season, in 4 seasons, it never grows, it has no leaves. See, something strange. And what do the people talk about the house? How the people talk about the house? Okay, is something, the house should be a mystery for all the people. So, my dear students, if at all you have a chance in the future to go to a lonely house while you are walking at night, if you happen to see a house, lonely house, what will be your reaction? What will be your feelings? It can be a mixed feeling. It can be mixed feeling. Sometimes you are tempted to go inside, sometimes you are not. You want to run away from the house. Okay, as I asked you at the beginning of the class, how many of you interested to watch a comedy movie? What do you call a horror movie? And most of you said horror movie. Yes. Okay, a fantasy movie, imaginative movie. That's what we all like. Though we have got kind of fear in us, but we would like to go and watch. This is a movie. This is like a movie that was going on. I hope you all enjoyed. Next, coming back to the poetic device. The poetic device used by the poet in this particular poem. What are the poetic devices? The poetic devices here, it means supporting. Okay, how she supports one way or other to give clear explanation about her concept, her idea to the readers. She has used here. And what are those poetic device used here? Alliteration. Okay, the first one is alliteration. What is the alliteration? Repetition of sounds. This is what we will hear in the particular poem. Bit, bright, bit and brighter. This is the alliteration. Okay, yeah, repetition of sounds. Repetition of sounds. Sneak talks. What is this? A part represents a big part. A whole thing is represented into one. A whole thing is represented into one. That is a bone. The first stanza we will have. Okay, first stanza where it talks about it's an empty house. It's empty. Though it is a large house, but it is empty. See, large, but it is empty. Okay, whole thing we are talking, then we are going to the point. Nothing is there. Next, paradox. It is something contradicting, opposite. Paradox means a contradicting point, opposite point. It gives. Never grows leaves, never. See, there is something opposite. A tree should always bear. A tree should always have leaves. It should bear fruits. But it is something contradicting here. Paradox, contradicting. Okay, where the poet talks about a particular tree. Never grows leaves, never in any season, in the fourth season. Getting small, ever growing tall. Okay, these are the contradicting point in the poem we will see. Onomatopoeia. Okay, imitates sounds. Imitates sounds. When we speak about certain things, certain objects, we express with the sounds. It goes one with the sound. The words go one with the sound. For example, here the lights flicker. The lights flicker on and off. See, this is onomatopoeia, where the poet is want to imitate sounds of the particular object. Next, rhetorical questions. How could this be? Yes, this is the question that she has asked to the readers. Okay, namely about the particular tree, the strange tree, where it never grows, okay, in any season. How would this be? She is asking question towards the readers. Is it possible? Is it possible to have such a tree? No, not at all. We cannot have such a tree, but it is a mystery. That's why the poem title as The House on M Street. A house on M Street. Okay, so we can say this poem clearly speaks about a point called mystery. Okay, unknown. Something unknown to the people. That's what the poetess has very well explained. And as I told you in the beginning of the class, this poem was written when she was in the school, where she was asked to write a poem about dark. That means horror, okay, or a fantasy world. There she wrote this poem. And this poem we will learn, my dear students, in the future, if at all you happen to go across a lonely house, what would be your reaction? It depends upon you. Your feelings. Okay, it depends upon each and everyone's feelings. Whether you want to enter inside, whether you want to run away. It depends upon you. There will be a mixed feelings. Okay, but this house on M Street, okay, is so mystery involved. So much of mystery involved here. The poet has very clearly shown to the readers it is a mysterious poem, or it is an imaginative poem. It is a imaginative poem, and where the poet is taking to another world. With this, we will come to the conclusion of this video session. Thank you.